So things got crunk and disorderly at a warehouse in Florida due to truckers finding out that their pension and their health care will not be funded by Yellow Corporation any longer due to them having financial difficulties. Now it is said that Yellow, the third largest freight company in the country, owes about $1.6 billion in debt, and about 700 million of that belongs to the federal government. And so they seem to cannot find a way to pay their bills. And so at this particular meeting, a worker let them know how he felt. Check it out.
Nobody here tell me why I get emotional. Why you talk like that? Just by that's fine. You can do that. You don't know where I'm from. I want my ass off this motherfucker. Exactly. I've been here 30-something years. Yeah, I agree too. 30-something years.
So as you saw that brother letting them know, hey, I've been here for 30 years, and what you mean I'm not going to have a pension? You know, and that's very disheartening, right? You go to work and you put money away so that you can retire, and you know, you pay into a health care plan, and you go to work and they say, by the way, you're not going to have any of that. And so it is said that the truckers and the union are talking about striking to force the company to honor those plans. But the company is saying we just simply cannot afford it. And in fact, we do have a little bit of money to get a restraining order on the truckers to stop them from.
Shalom, call halal, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. This is, I want to give all praise to the Most High. In the name of His only begotten Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. My name is Ibar from the Prophets of Babylon camp down here in Tampa, Florida. And I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles and the head bishops of Great Millstone who taught us His truth and sincerity. Peace and salutations to the whole folk like scattered abroad. And real quick, you see what's going on with this company Yellow, which this company has been in business for 99 years, okay? Damn near 100 years they've been in business, and now they're in bankruptcy, and the business is shutting down. You know, they laid off 30,000 workers, 30,000 workers, and you saw that Jake, which I'm pretty sure he probably one of the ones that got laid off the next day, throwing a fit because he said he's been working there 30-something years, man, 30-something years, and they pretty much stole his pension and all his money, man, which all these businesses, get ready to lose your jobs, man. All these businesses are going under, okay? And it's crazy because I was in Florida, and I'm in Florida at my job right now, which is a warehouse as well, and I expect the day that they tell me, hey, man, we gotta, cut costs, yada yada yada, hey, it's gonna be no surprise to me. But these Jakes, man, Jake gonna lose their shit, man. Jake be at these jobs slaving away. They don't want to. You got Jakes that don't want to teach the truth because they want that extra money on Saturday and whatever. They don't want to come out to the camp. Well, guess what? These companies and these jobs and your slave master is going to abandon you, man. He's going to abandon you, okay, and leave you out there. And this is why Jake gonna start going fucking crazy, man. You saw that Jake, man. He was losing his mind. He said, man, 30-something fucking years. You can't tell me not to be emotional. How you gonna tell me not to be emotional? Then they talking about striking, and then the company gonna say, well, we got a little bit of money to make sure that, to get a restraining order in case you do try to strike. So you can't strike. So you can't even strike. They want to work your ass like a slave, man. And this is why I advise, all you people to, first of all, don't give your life away to these companies because they will fire your ass and put somebody else in your spot overnight. But also, like at my job particular, I got 401k and stuff, that all that come out of my check. And I don't just leave that shit up there to stack up and pile up. Every time my 401k reaches a certain amount, I'll pull it out and I'll go put it in the shoebox, man. And I told my manager that, or my one of my coworkers, my line leader, whatever, I told him that, hey, pull your money out, man. Don't leave your money in there because ain't gonna be no fucking 401k, ain't gonna be no more pensions, none of that shit. Pull your money out now and put it up away somewhere, like those old school dope boys, put their drug money in a damn shoebox. I put my damn 401k money and such in the shoebox, man. Because you ain't finna fucking rob me, okay? But really, at the end of the day, all this shit is about to go downhill. And a lot of jakes, they give their life over to these companies, trying to be a good slave, and just to get screwed over anyways, man. So it's only a matter of time before this thing, goes downhill, So let's go here. It says, this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 1 of, it's like verse 3. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few. So the grinders, which means the workers, are going to cease, man. All these jobs are going to, close the doors. Okay. It says the keepers of the house shall tremble. These these economists and stuff. They're watching the stock market, and they're afraid. They see this place is looking very bleak. They're talking about how people are panic buying because a lot of these products like rice, pasta and stuff like that, the stretch meals is going to be, non-existent here come the fall, man. So this place is going downhill, and also these trucking companies, Yellow and all these particular companies, they deliver all your food and your product to these stores. So if they going under, guess what? Then there goes your food to deliveries as well. It says, and the grinders or workers cease because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened, because the future of America is looking very bleak, man. It's looking very bleak, and this is Bible prophecy that America is going to be ultimately destroyed with thermonuclear missiles. But the Lord said, I come to send fire, but what will I for already be kindled? So this fire is already going to be kindled here. People going to be burning this motherfucker down, man. People going to be losing their minds. It's going to be riots and protests in the streets, seditions, one people shall stand up against another. People, you're going to be fighting against their government, and they're going to be going to these jobs, and, and I guarantee you those shareholders of this company, they got their money. The rich Edomites that got had their shares in these companies, hey, they got their money, and they fucking leaving the country if they ain't already have left the country, so before you niggas find out that they got your money, man, and Jake is losing it. Jake said, "I'm bringing 30 fellas on the hills," It says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets. Imagine you go to work one day and all of a sudden the warehouse is closed down. You ain't even get your check. You might supposed to get your check on Friday and then closed on Wednesday, so now you don't get your check. People niggas gonna lose their mind, man. That's why you supposed to be trusting in Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI and not your oppressor. It says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. The working is getting low. A lot of people getting laid off. And I was watching a video not too long ago, and I wanted to touch on that too. How I believe it was, I forgot exactly whether it was Nixon or Reagan. One of these presidents, they pretty much, during their era, a lot of these American companies, the warehouses, the factories, they all went overseas. So now all you have in America is retail and fast food to work at, man. There's no real jobs here. You see the retail or fast food. Even me, I'm working at a warehouse job, and even that, it ain't really shit. But even that, that's rare, nowadays to have a warehouse job, here in America, man. And the certain benefits that it supposedly come with, hey, them benefits ain't gonna be there whenever you go to try to get them. It says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of grinding is low, and there shall rise up, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. People gonna be getting up trying to find work, going on Craigslist trying to find a job, Hey, this shit is through, man. This ain't the time to be trying to get comfortable either. The Lord said this place is not our rest. Let me grab that. It says, also when they shall be afraid of that which is high, the fear shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desire shall fail, because men goeth to his long home, and the mourners go about the streets. So people gonna be mourning and losing their mind in the streets, man. And it just says how the grasshopper shall be a burden. They're gonna be eating all the crops up. A lot of crops have failed, so it's only a matter of time before in the next couple of months these store shelves are gonna be empty. Let's grab that too, because it also goes into these truckers. Okay, these truckers that gotta deliver this food, and stuff to these stores. Guess what? They're not gonna be able to do it. So your stores are gonna be empty, man. Okay, your stores are gonna be empty. You can forget about it. It says 2 Ezra chapter 6 verse 22, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. And they already tell you how these stores only hold 3 days worth of food and product. But now you got people panic buying. You got these holidays coming up where a lot of this stuff that's already low in quantity or supplies is going to get bought up quick, man. Which is going to speed up the process. It says, and the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth it, they shall be suddenly afraid. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. You may have had a coworker that you've been cool with since for 30-some years. Now y'all over there fighting, arguing and shit. It says, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Because this place is going to be completely shut down, man. Okay, America's going to be worse than a third world country. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world. You see, so our mind is not in this place. Our heart and desire is not in this place, man. Okay, to hell with America. To hell with this place, man. And this is not our rest, we got the scripture to a continuing city, because we don't have no continuing city here, man. You thinking that you got a future here in America, and you see this woman. I just found this video, but this woman in this video, she thinks she African. So Jake is fucking lost, man. Jake is still lost, confused, don't know what's going on, and ultimately going to be destroyed, man. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 14. For here we have no continuing city. For here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come. So this ain't our rest, man. We have no continuing city here. This place is through. But we seek one to come, which is going to be our kingdom, the kingdom of heaven. Okay? The kingdom of heaven is going to be established for Jake. Where we're going to get all the benefits, man. Okay? Let me go here. This is Micah chapter 2 verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. So the Lord said, arise ye and depart. Get your mind out of this place. Don't get caught up with the ways and the fashions of America. This place is through. The Lord said, arise ye and depart. Not physically, but spiritually, man. Hey, mentally, get your mind out of this place. It's over. There is no future for America. Okay, it's looking very bleak, and it's only going to get worse. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction, man. And this is why people going to be losing their mind out here. They're going to be going crazy, They think that they got all people got all these plans, they got all these plans and trips set up, and hey, man, it's over, bro. It's over. Okay, America's through. All right, it's only a matter of time, and this is why it's going to be important that you have been serving and seeking Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI in truth and sincerity. And if you have not been, you will be left out there. All right, if you have not been seeking and serving Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, guess what? You're going to be left out there, man. You're going to have no protection. Okay, let me grab that too. I'm ready to close out. Let me play some more of this.
Striking, because if they go on strike, it will definitely finish the company off, as customers rather will go other places to send their mail and their freight and everything else off. And so they're saying hopefully things will turn around for the company, hopefully some money will come in, but it doesn't sound like it will, because the company Yellow has flirted with bankruptcy 4 times in the past. And so
and they said this is the 3rd largest trucking company, man. The 3rd largest, and they've been in business for 100 years, and now here we are, the end.
This might be it for them, but again, I am not mad at that brother or anybody else in there for hearing that news that I've been coming to work all this time. I mean, even if you've been coming to work for a year, you don't want to hear that you no longer have a pension, let alone not having health care, right? So anyway.
And imagine that you've been working all this time at this job. Now you're getting old. You starting to have, health conditions and shit. A lot of these jobs, they have you working with chemicals and different products that even give you health problems. And now they don't want to give you no health care. Come on, man. It says 2nd Ezra chapter 2 verse 10. It says, look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? So we trust in the Lord, we abide in his fear, and we have called upon him, man. You see, so Lord willing, the Lord's going to deal with us and take care of us, but there's people not so much. It says, for the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins, and saveth in time of affliction. So the elect are going to need to be saved in this time of affliction, when everybody else is just getting left out there. It says, woe, which means destruction to fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth 2 ways. So you ain't been serving YAHAWASHI, you have faint hands, guess what? Destruction is coming unto you. Woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will you do when the Lord shall visit you? Because you got certain people that have certain jakes that came into this truth and left the truth, man. Lost patience, bucked up, got out of order, what have you may have it, whatever it was that caused you to fall out. Guess what? Woe unto you, man. It says what shall you do when the Lord shall visit you, meaning come and destroy you? They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways. They that fear the Lord will seek that which is well pleasing unto him, and they that love him shall be filled with the law. So you're going to be serving the Lord. If you fear the Lord, you will be serving him. They that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts, minds, and humble their souls in his sight, saying, we will fall into the hands of the Lord, and not into the hands of men. For as his majesty is, so is his mercy. Yeah. And that's the thing. We want to fall into the hands of the Lord, not to the hands of men. We don't want to fall into the hands of these companies and these, Edomites and America, and the unfortunate events that's going to come with this place, man. The unfortunate, the unfortunate. Well, it ain't even unfortunate. It is. It ain't even unfortunate. It's fortunate that this is happening, because this is good for us, man. And this means that the end of this place is coming, and the beginning of our kingdom. Let me grab this real quick before I close out. Salaki, bear with me 1 second. Where's my Bible up at? Salaki. I was passed out 4 or 5 times. Let me go right here. Bookmarks. Salaki for the win. Here we go. Salaki. 2nd Ezra chapter 4, verse 28. But as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I would tell thee, for the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good. So this place must be destroyed in order for us to get our kingdom, man. This is all a part of the plan. Don't get weary. Don't get weak in the faith. Trust the process. Trust in YAHAWASHI. It's all a part of the plan, and we trust that when this time does come, the Lord's going to defend us and take care of us. And hell with everybody else. Shalom. I'm coming to you all about the